and fabrication all in one package. When you have this rock and you chip away a stone tool out of it, you're thinking, you're designing, and you're fabricating as you do all three of those things. But the problem with that is that at each step when you're making a flake, chipping a flake of stone, you don't know what the result of that step for sure, and you don't know what your final object is going to be. And that is where automation comes in to the whole process, and that one of the reasons for automating, in addition to speed and other things, is that it reduces risk, because you have much more finer control over what you're doing, and therefore you know the next step, and that reduces risk. But then is that still design or not? And it could be argued that then is no longer design in that. So
design involves like a bit of exploration, for instance, and so every time you chip away something and something new comes up, you might even change your strategy.
Yes, exactly.
But if you're talking about automation, you have a goal, a preset goal.
Exactly.
So the exploratory
exactly.
The issue is kind of taken out.
Exactly. So for me, design computation is how to preserve that exploratory the qualities that result from the exploratory ability, and yet to minimize the risk involved in the kind of processes that result in stone tools.
Why are you saying that the exploratory quality is only sort of available or is sort of explicit when you're chipping away things or when you're actually physically doing things? Why is that exploratory quality not intellectual as well?
It is, but it's different. But there's
why do you make that kind of a distinction between design?
Because in terms of the quality of the artifact that you get at the end of the process, there is a qualitative difference between the two kinds of explorations. That's why. So I feel that the job or the reason or what computation should, or what I'm looking at to get out of design computation as a field, is to reconcile risk and exploration and physical exploration, not intellectual exploration.
Well, it's not too different actually. Like once you engage with the physical kind of object, it is an intellectual kind of engagement.
Right. But it's with the physical. The physical plus intellectual is what is the act of design, I feel.
So you're supporting the material culture.
Yeah. And I think design computation needs to address that, and that's what essentially is to because you can do that now. I feel that you can do that now, and it should be addressed. So that's where computation and design should come together. And that's what I'm interested in. I mean, why should I say it should or should not? So that's what I
still don't understand. Are you saying that when you were to fabricate something, or when let's say in the 1900s, like early Byzantine or 1800s, or I mean when a stone mason is actually chipping away at an intricate jali or something like that, then are you saying that he doesn't have a certain thing in his head that he's trying to realize through his skillful workmanship? So he does that, right? So for him, the perfection of what is the thing that is in his brain and in his head and what he's sort of producing, he's trying to match them as closely as possible. You're saying because he's matching them as closely as possible, that is not design, exploration.
No.
You're saying that when a person, let's say like a caveman, is chipping away at a lump of rock, and when he sort of when he's sort of when he's sort of when he's sort of seeing the forms and shapes sort of come out of it, then he's sort of that is like design exploration for you.
Okay, so to clarify that when a mason is carving something really intricate in stone, uh, it may be highly geometrical and all that stuff, but that is in its overall form. But prior to that, he or she has to choose a stone where it is possible to do that, and so for example, if your red sandstone has a bit of limestone in the middle, it's going to break. Okay, so if while you're carving, if you discover a piece of limestone there, you change your design to incorporate that.
That doesn't happen too often, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen. No, and look, that's one.
The whole point.
I think that,
But the whole point is, if you knew about it, that if you have a limestone coming on the way, then you would change a pattern in a certain way. I mean, if you can explicitly mention that, I can automate that as well.
Yeah,
so
it's a kind of shape annealing, but with, but without without structure. But seriously,
yeah,
it's like finding local minima. It's like every time he chips off something, the situation changes, and he has to he finds a local minima and kind of has to reconfigure his path. But he's still goal oriented, but the path is just a little bit different.
The path is different, and the path also affects the goal to a certain extent. Evaluating that's one aspect.
Come on.
Stop talking. Another aspect is of the irregularity or of workmanship itself. So if I carve something, you carve something, it's different, and that gives meaning to the object.
Meaning?
In society, a social meaning to the object. So, and that is not necessarily possible with a machine. So, I'll be back in a moment.
Meditate.